So yeah, as a student has said, easy access to public transportation, shops and restaurants. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so when I say Birmingham, well, I don't know. Has anyone been to Birmingham before? Oh, okay, great. When I say Birmingham, what comes to mind? Do you have any?
Peaky Blinders?
Oh, okay, Peaky Blinders.
Someone told me in the bus, so I didn't really.
Oh, okay. Has anyone watched Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
Okay. You might know more than me, but yeah, Peaky Blinders, a lot of our students, when they come to Birmingham, they ask me, where is Peaky Blinders? I want to know about Peaky Blinders. Well, unfortunately, the real Peaky Blinders were alive about 100 years ago, so we can't go and meet them, but we do have a few things that we can highlight in Birmingham for people that want to, who are fans of the show, that want to see some things. So one of those things is the West Midlands Police Museum that our students attended here. So this is a museum that has been made in the place where the cells, so the prison, that the Peaky Blinders were originally held in was. So you can see the cells where they were held in. So that's an interesting historical trip. We also have a bit more of an entertainment, so we've got Peaky Blinders escape room that students enjoy as well. We've got this big mural, which you might be able to see a little bit later. It's right outside the train station, and the one on the left there, that's the Peaky Blinders. So if you're looking for a photo shot or something, you could head there. And we've also got, for a day trip out, the Black Country Living Museum, which is actually where some of the show was filmed. So that's not in the city centre, it's a big outdoor museum where they've kind of recreated what this area of the UK would have looked like 100 years ago or so. So yeah, very interesting day out, and especially for fans of the show, a fun place to go and see some of the places that they actually shot the movie. And I believe sometime soon next year, there is actually going to be a Peaky Blinders movie that's going to be shot in Birmingham as well, in a new studio that's been built. So still more Peaky Blinders stuff to come up, even though the show has finished now. So Peaky Blinders, is there anything else you can think of related to Birmingham? If not, it's okay, I will tell you. So you all, sorry?
Diversity.
Diversity, yeah, it's a very multicultural city, as you'll see when we go out. You've all got, or you all should have, a little chocolate bar. Yeah? So this is Cadbury's chocolate. Have you had one? Has anyone had one before?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone. Do you have them in your countries?
No.
Yeah, some of our students say yes, some of our students say no. So in the UK, I think Cadbury's is probably the most well-known chocolate bar, and it is from Birmingham. So Cadbury World is also a nice day trip out, so you can see the factory, learn the history of how Cadbury's was first made, and of course try a lot of chocolate. We've also got, for music fans, Black Sabbath is from Birmingham.
Really?
So by the canals, if you want to have a look, if you're interested, there is a Black Sabbath kind of a bridge and a bench that commemorates them. So some of our students like to go there if they're fans and take a little picture as well. And we've got the University of Birmingham. So it's not in the city centre, it's got its own campus, very historical, very highly ranked university that some of our students also go on to study at after they've been with us. So that's just a few things that I wanted to highlight. Maybe things that you know about Birmingham, or maybe that you don't know, but a couple of things that come to mind when we think of Birmingham. So, you're in our school, so let's introduce our school. We'll show you around a bit later, but English Path, we're based on the first floor. So right now we're on the third floor, but we'll head downstairs later. And so even though we share everything with GBS, so this is quite a big building, English Path is in quite a, how to say, like one specific area. It's very all compact together, which is really nice for our students to have their own space. They've got their own common area where they can meet people from different classes. We've got our own dedicated classrooms with interactive screens. We've got a library and a kitchen, and it's all, as you'll see, it's all in the same area. So yeah, very nice facilities for students to enjoy. I'll just talk a little bit about our teachers and our classes. So you can see all of our teachers, I think, here, apart from a couple who have joined us very recently. But we recently had, in English Path, we had some employee awards, basically. And we were very happy in Birmingham because our teachers actually won 3 of these awards. So you can see them there receiving them. But yeah, I think it really just kind of was a nice chance to celebrate their hard work. And it really comes through in students' feedback that they really appreciate the high quality of the teaching here, as well as some social opportunities. So the students always like to hang out with their teachers. So our teacher JJ taking students out to the pub, Lee with the students in the kitchen, doing some food exchange. So yeah, our students love our teachers. Yeah, and then just a little bit, a couple of comments from students as well. Professional teachers, well prepared, and fun is often something that comes up, I think, when we're checking our feedback and our reviews. Okay, so I'll just highlight a little bit about our accommodation options. So we've got homestay and we've got a student residence. So just to start with homestay, the thing to highlight is that we have our accommodation officer who personally visits our homestays. So it's really great because we've got that direct connection with the host. So they know us, we know them, we've seen their houses, and this means if there are any cultural misunderstandings or any issues that come up while the students are here, we can go straight back to the hosts, and the communication is just really straightforward. Yeah, and it's really lovely to see some feedback from students saying that they felt that the host spoke a lot with them in English, practiced their homework, and also enjoyed the food. So that's what we want to hear. Our homestays are in, as in any city, they are in suburban areas outside the city centre, of course, so 30 to 55 minutes. So for any students who are looking to be based in the city centre, we would recommend the student residence, which is just a 15-minute walk away in Aston University, as I said earlier. So they're right within the university campus itself. So that's a really great opportunity to mix with local students. They can access the Students' Union, and they can get a bit of that university experience as well. All right, and then just to highlight a few things from our social program. So a big part of our social program is exploring Birmingham. So we've really got it all. We've got historical places, like in the bottom picture there, that's Aston Hall, a big old English house, just a short bus journey away. We've got Digbeth, which is, once I think it was called the coolest neighbourhood in Britain by a newspaper. It's a very up and coming area with a lot of street art, a lot of kind of creative, artsy businesses. So very different from the city centre, but very close to the city centre and very easy to explore as well. That's in that middle picture there. And then we've got, of course, students taking a picture outside the famous bull, which you'll often see if you look up Birmingham as well. We've got activities sort of all year round, so picnics in the summer, ice skating in the winter, bowling anytime. And then another thing we really like to do is a lot of cultural activities. So because we have students from so many different countries, it's a really great chance for them to exchange culture as well. So of course, we have British activities like last Christmas, we were making some Christmas crackers, which they enjoyed. But then we also have, for example, Saudi National Day. So that was all organised by our students, our Saudi students who wanted to share that with our other students from other countries. So they brought in food and drink, and they made a presentation, and they gave out some gifts. So it was a really lovely thing to be able to host as well. So those are all things that we can do in an afternoon, in an evening, very close to Birmingham. But we do also have a lot of places that are maybe just an hour or at most 2 hours away from Birmingham, so good day trips. So a couple of them that I'll highlight here. We've got Stratford-upon-Avon. Does anybody know what Stratford-upon-Avon is famous for?
Shakespeare's birthplace.
Well, yeah, Shakespeare's birthplace. There's also a little leaflet for it in your packs as well if you want to have a look. But that's a very popular day trip for our students. So you can see Shakespeare, well, not Shakespeare, but that's him there with our students. And that's his birthplace there. So you can see inside the house where he was born. You can go to visit some other places that he lived at later. And apart from Shakespeare, Stratford is also just a very nice old English town. So very different from Birmingham. So sometimes students come and they think, Birmingham is not what I thought the UK would be because it's so multicultural. Yeah, it's such a big city. So we always tell them, you know, get on the train, 30 minutes, an hour, you'll be able to go to a lot of different English towns.
Oh, is it 30 minutes far away by train?
Stratford is about 50 minutes away, 50, yeah. We've got Warwick Castle, so Warwick is half an hour on the train. And then we've got another picture there for Coventry, which is again just half an hour on the train. So yeah, these places I would say majority between half an hour to an hour. Maybe Worcester and Oxford a bit further away, but lots of different opportunities to see kind of a different side of the UK as well. Okay, so I've talked a lot about the school, but I wanted to just give you a chance to hear from some of our students directly. So, you know, I'm not just making everything up. So we just wanted to highlight a few nice Google reviews that we've received from our students. So you can see really, really lovely comments that is really nice to receive after they finish their course and they write to us. So yeah, that's just a few reviews there as well. Best institute in Birmingham, so hopefully we've been able to convince you of that. And then just finally, a couple of videos from our students as well. So first I want to play you a video from Noura. So I chose Noura because when she came to us, she could not speak English at all. She was very, very nervous, but really through the support that we were able to offer her, you will hopefully see how well she's speaking English. She was willing enough to record a video in English as well, and I think she sums up everything that I've been trying to say.
I want to say thank you.
I'll just play it a little bit louder.
I want to say thank you for everything. I liked helpful teacher and English solution. I liked social programs and activities, and I love location of the school because it is in the city center.
Yeah, so I think she really covered it all. I'll just play you one more video from Maria and Isabel, who were studying with us from Brazil.
What did you enjoy about English Path?
Everything. The support was so lovely, and yeah, the employers, I mean, all the teachers, the employers were so nice, and anything we needed, everything we needed, they helped us.
And did you get a chance to travel around the UK?
Yes, we went to London, and it was a beautiful trip, and we spent all the day walking the streets and make something different from another country. Yeah, we ate a lot of different things, we experienced a lot of new stuff.
Would you recommend English Path to other students?
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's one of the best schools here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so hopefully you've been able to see not only that Birmingham is a great location to study at, but also what I've tried to convey is that if students come to English Path in Birmingham, they'll really get a personal experience where they feel supported as they study here in their life in the UK. We're here to help them every step of the way. So thank you very much, and I'd like to open it up if anyone has any questions they'd like to ask.